continuing on, Abdul, as I was asking you before, what do you do now to kind of relieve stress?
Yeah, well, what I do now is this walking, daily walk. The step counting is wonderful therapy for me physically as well as mentally, because as you know, where we live in Milton Keynes, we got wonderful redway paths
Yeah.
that connect you from one between one state to the other. We don't have to worry about crossing the road or busy traffic or traffic lights and stuff like that. And not only that, but on one side of the redways, you've got amazing trees and plants and greenery. So for me, when I'm walking, I'm switched off everything else. I'm trying to notice nature, and and you get all kinds of different birds and squirrel counting. That's what I'm doing as well now. I count squirrels, and I've got about half a dozen short videos of them because the damn things keep running away every time I get my camera out. But it's amazing, really, seeing different types of birds, and as I said, and creatures, little bunny rabbits as well in some places, so that's for me a mental relaxation. It isn't, I don't target. I've got to go this far before I come back or anything. I just keep on walking, and just trying to notice what's going on in nature. So traffic is on the other side, so I don't hear it, I don't see it, and it's wonderful. So it helps me in both ways, physically as well as mentally. I don't spend a lot of time on mobile phones, texting. I don't spend a lot of time on the computer unless I'm doing a video conference or something like that. I watch very little TV, and when I do, my maximum patience is about half an hour. So I like watching old comedies, because that they help you relieve stress as well. And I just can't be sedentary. I have to, every half hour, maximum an hour, I have to get up and I have to move around.
Yeah.
And that's what I do even indoors. If the weather's really bad and I can't get out, I'll still doing that. So it's a question of really mentally trying not to worry about the issues. We've all got issues. We've got stress in our lives. The bills, the family issues, and the health issues, and excuse me, this pandemic isn't helping. Lockdown is not helping. But I try to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. I've had my first vaccine. Thankfully, I'm just waiting to hear about the second one. And I go around, we do Zoom meetings and things, trying to encourage others to do the same. And hopefully, I'm planning forward. What I'll do in April, what I'll do in May, June, July. And I've got
Yeah.
a long list of people I've got to visit as well, relatives and friends out of Milton Keynes. So
So
yeah, so
do you
that's.
think then all of this has taught you, because you can hear the journey in this, radically different from before you were diagnosed, or, around that time you were diagnosed, to now, where you're really aware of what stress is and looking after yourself?
Yeah. Well, I think it's one thing it's taught me is that basically you're on your own. You're an individual, and you have to create the environment. You have to make whatever you want to do. You can get help from people. So medical help you can get from a GP and so on. But GP is not going to make you take the medication that you don't want to, so on. So you've got to do that. Same with family and friends. Help is there, but at the end of the day, you've got to be you got, I want to, I'm 68 now, right? I'm going to be 69 in May. I want to remain independent, till my last breath. I don't want anybody else to look after me as such. That's not my aim. And I'm hoping that, I wouldn't have to do that. So for that, I've got to stay fit mentally and physically. I think it's the outlook, what do you want for future?
Yeah.
And I wish I'm very smart now. I wish I knew that 20, 30 years ago. I probably wouldn't have ended up the way I did in the end. But thankfully, I am where I am, and it's given me a new lease of life. And I'm just happy to talk to people, to learn from people, and to give out my message about about diabetes,
Yeah.
and about stress and anything else that I can help with.
And I was going to say, I think that contributing to other people is something that really helps with your health, making that connection. And you've had a journey, you've had a story that you can share with other people. So, that's really brilliant, and it's very generous of you.
Not at all. It's just, as I said, for me, it became a mission in life, because I realized that if I had had that knowledge about diabetes, I probably would, because all the signs were all there for about 7, 8 years prior to me being
Right.
diagnosed officially. I had no idea. I had an excuse for each sign.
Yeah.
I didn't know it could be anything to do with diabetes. So, one learns, but I was just fortunate, and that's what, my decision was made while I was in hospital.
Yeah.
The rest of my life is going to be, spent on raising awareness, trying to help people, trying to get people to understand. And even if it makes difference to one person's life, then hopefully I've achieved something.
Well, I want to really thank you, because I think
Thank
you'll
you.
make a difference to more than one person, who gets to listen to this. And you've actually highlighted some things that we haven't talked about before. So I'm really grateful for that. So thank you, Abdul. It's really
Thank
great
you.
to have you on. And as I said before, what I'll do is I'll put the links to Diabetes UK so that people can have that access, but also to your radio show.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much
Thank you.
again, and have a good
Thank
day.
you. Thank
Take
you,
care.
and you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.